Well, the listed property show was created 10 years ago as a means of providing information for owners of listed buildings. What started off as a relatively small event has now gone from strength to strength and grows each year.
Good morning everybody, and a very warm welcome to this, our 10th annual show here at Olympia.
So far it's been brilliant. I have to say we haven't made very fast progress yet because every store we've been to has been really interesting.
So today we're demonstrating lime plaster onto laths. Many listed buildings have lath and plaster which needs to be renewed or repaired or looked after.
Just bought a 16th century cottage, and it's a listed building, and I'm here today to find some supplies to help me renovate it.
What's been particularly popular this year is the advice people can get from the panel here.
We have a house that's about 500 years old, built in about 1520, and we bought it about 4 months ago, and we're looking to get some help and advice from the conservation officers today.
As a conservation officer, people come to visit us at the show to get free advice, which they often can't get from their own conservation officers in the boroughs or the councils. Common advice which they seek includes alterations to listed buildings, whether they've done works illegally or not, and repairs to fabric of the buildings.
Having bought a property approximately 12 months ago, I was totally unaware of everything that the issues surrounding period houses. However, coming to Olympia today has been absolutely eye-opening. The amount of information that's available to us has been invaluable.
And sometimes, in my case, maybe the whole stairway needs to be altered. Are there any special considerations or places I should look at this?
Yes, the adaptation of listed buildings is a pretty tricky area, really.
There are always problems with the listed house, new problems. This is my third visit to this show, and I'm coming for a third time because with new problems there might be new answers.
Well, today we were talking about how to make the most out of your listed building, really looking at tricks and techniques to help get listed building consents. So we were talking about how to look at the archaeology of a building physically, and then the documentary records to see how we can find out little pieces of information that might help us facilitate change within the building.
So far it's been a great day. I was over at Ask the Experts earlier on. We had a whole range of really interesting queries from visitors. Afterwards I gave a talk on controlling dampness in older buildings, which was a packed house. And then since then I've barely drawn breath. I've been over on the stand here fielding more questions.
Historic England are exhibiting at the show because it's the best way to get to the owners, the people who look after the building, and they're people who want to do the right thing. And most of the historic environment is in private hands.
I own a 16th century listed farmhouse. We're working on a 10-year renovation program at the moment, and we come to the show to seek advice from the stallholders here who are experts in particular fields that are relevant to us and help us do that renovation work.
So we specialise in timber decay and damp, and we use rot hounds to aid our surveys. We find them very beneficial because they can give us an idea of the extent of the problems of buildings, and no historic fabric has to be damaged or removed for them to be taken around buildings.
We're considering converting a 600-year-old barn, but we found the show extremely useful for the variety of information, as well as all the help that the experts were able to give us. So it's been something which we really enjoyed, and certainly would recommend to other people.
To me, listed buildings are like family heirlooms. They're there for future generations. I've learned a great deal today from coming to this show, and I certainly look forward to coming back next year.